It's been 2 years since I moved from South Africa to Zimbabwe, and these are 5 things that I want you to learn or that I want you to know Zimbabwe, or before you think about moving back to Zimbabwe. First of all, when you're coming back to Zimbabwe, bring a substantial capital. When I talk of substantial capital, I'm talking of a capital that can allow you to start business. Right. This I say that because I see or I have experienced that if you come here without capital, it will be very difficult to start from nothing because the market is not so friendly when you don't have any liquid cash with you. I'll give you an example of how difficult it is, how one can then use that capital in order to raise more capital. For example, if you come here with probably $5,000, you might find someone who is in desperate need of money and they want to sell their Honda Fit. This is a good example. They want to sell their Honda Fit or whatever car that they have. And you look at that Honda Fit, probably its street value or its market value is $5,000. And because they are desperate, they need probably school fees, they need money for other things. You can buy that car maybe for 2.5. And because it's a bargain, for 2.5, you can put that Honda Fit back into the market and sell it for 4.5. You see, within 1 or 2 weeks, you have added from your 5,000, you have added 2,000, roughly. So which means that instead of you having to find someone to give you money in order to start a business, whether it's a farming project or whatever, you can use that liquid cash kuti utenderedze mari ukwanise kuwana other sources of income. So you can repeat the same process 2-3 times and then buy a property or rent a property and start to do business, especially the business of farming. The food industry is really beckoning for everyone to join in. So that is rule number 1. Rule number 2, come and study the market. Come and study the market. Don't just come back with your money and you hear that nguruve dziri kuisa mari ubva wasvika ubva wainvesta mari yose kunguruve. You recall of a man who was featured in Wodemaya's business, and he say he was doing chickens and everything, and a lot of things didn't go well. So come and study the market. If you can spare maybe kana uchikwanisa kutora a leave of 2 months, come and do that. Come maybe with a liquid cash of maybe $1,000 and you come and study the market and see how things are going. You know, put your ear on the ground and get to know what is really going on. And you study the markets and how things are going. It's weird if you've left Zimbabwe for a long time. Come and study the markets. Spare yourself 1 or 2 months to come here. 1 month also is enough, but 1 to 2 months, you can start to see, okay, there are opportunities there, there's opportunity there, there's opportunity there. Right? Number 3, be ready for failure. Be ready to fail. As much as we can avoid failure, we can avoid failure by learning from other people. Come here, be ready to fail. Be ready to incur losses, because those losses are actually lessons that you would have paid. So because people that rise from failure or that rise from loss are the people who are well positioned to help others. So it is very, very important to come back here with a mentality that I am going there, I want to win, but I must also be ready to face failure. Be prepared to do that. And number 4, don't go for big fishes. Don't go for big fishes. What I mean by that is, Don't go and put your hope. I want a business near this big company. I want a business near this big company. Don't do that when you come here to Zimbabwe. Why do I say that? If you come to Zimbabwe, doing business with big fishes, whether it be politicians, whether it be people that are that have got big companies, these people, they can bully you. And I want to reporter, you can. There is no one who's going to save you. They can promise you a big contract. You come and do their job, and they'll bully you until you are broke. Let's say maybe you come and invest into doing chickens, and a big company says, please supply us with 1,000 chickens or 500 chickens. They say maybe we'll give you 50% deposit and all of that. It might look lucrative because you want to hit the market immediately, but their payment system might be the one that can put you back to the drawing board. Rather, invest or go and deal with people that are doing, small holders that are, buying. Vari kutenga huku dzemuchato 30, vari kutenga huku dzepafuneral 100, vari kutenga huku dzepabirthday party, vari kutenga zvinhu palobola. Those are the people that you can deal with, or those that are just buying. Vada kuhodha achinotengesa kuwadzana, vada kuhodha achinotengesa kuhopley. Those are the people that you need to deal with. Don't deal with big corporations immediately. So when you get into the market, avoid big players because they know how to play the game, and they've been in the game and they know how to outwit you. That is number 4. And the last one that you need to learn, don't invest quickly in property. Don't invest quickly in property without proper, rigorous checks, because these are some of the things vakomana vepaharare vakangwara vanokwanisa they can scam you into property and you buy property that is not theirs. Property is the biggest scam that is going on in Harare or in Zimbabwe, and you need to be very, very careful. Rather invest in rural land where you know that unongonodhila nasabhuku, unosvika unopiwa pako wotonzi sabhuku vidhiko wointroducwa ndinhingi. You invest and you start to farm there, or you start to work from there. But please don't invest in big property without rigorous checks. Tell me other tips that you think are very, very important, or other things that you want to ask if you are planning to move back to Zimbabwe.